Hi all, welcome to my channel. I am Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today guys we're going to be working on our Enterprise D build. So we are going to do stage 65 of Build the Enterprise D. Now we have got a little bit more in this stage to do than we did in the last stage, which was really not a lot at all, but we have got some more windows and panels to put on. So yeah, back to normal routine I suppose in this one. It shouldn't be too hard, touch wood, but you never know. This is part where land, anything could happen. Anything at all can happen. But yeah, I'm glad to be working back on panels and windows, because this build, it doesn't seem right if you don't work on them for some reason. Anyway, let's get started today. So with all that said, let's get modelling.
Program complete. Enter when ready.
Okay, so stage 65, here is our panel, and as always we've got the windows to put in. So back to normal proceedings. Just trying to pick these up, I don't want to pick up. It's nice that these are a bit bigger though. Now probably normal things will resume of once I've done this. I will have to bring the saucer section down so we can work on it. Quite a few blacked out windows. You have to make sure you get these in the correct way around as well, because if you don't they won't go in. Okay, 3 more to put in. We don't get any spare black ones in this one. Okay, so they're in. Now for the clear. Again, you need to get these in the correct way. Now again, I'm using the tape method as I've used from more or less from the start of this build, because I just find it easier. Okay, 4 more windows to put in. The only thing with this is you just have to double check every single window to make sure you got it the right way around. Okay, so that's them in. We've been given 3 spare, which will go in my little spares pot. Okay, so with that them in place, we need to bring over our reflective panel next. This is just going to fit over here like so. Now, for the moment, all they want is a BP screw just fitting at the top. We're not putting any LEDs in just yet, even though we do have some LEDs. So I'm just going to put that in. Okay, so that is in. Now, when we do come over to the saucer section, we do have some LEDs we're going to be putting in place. Making sure that is all lined up properly. Yeah, and we also are going to need this panel as well, so I'll get that out of here now. Done its job as that protective when it came in. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the camera, bring the saucer section down, and we'll get these fitted. So back in a sec.
A few moments later.
Okay, so here's the saucer section. Obviously we've got this panel in place that we've been working on previously. The panels that we're going to be fitting are going to be going down here. Now we've got some LEDs. Again, I have labelled these just to make life easier. And it wants us to sort of plug these in first of all. Now we've got 2 sockets left right on the end of our first PCB board. That's where we're going to be plugging these in. So probably going to need some tweezers just to get these in, because it is getting a little bit difficult to work with these boards. Okay, so that is in. Now it wants them wires to come underneath this bar and out there. Okay, then we've got this wire here. Now let's plug this in first of all where it needs to go. Okay. Brilliant. So that's in place. So the green and yellow one, it wants that to go underneath here and to come out there. And then this one is to just come out there-ish. It doesn't really matter. Okay. We need to bring over the panel that we worked on, this one here, and we're going to be fitting our LEDs onto these two bits here and here. So, once the green and yellow one on this side, that's in, and then it wants the red and the black on this side. Okay, so they are in, and then we secure them down with 2 more BP screws. Then once this is secured down, I can take the tape off because we're not going to need it. So let's take this tape off. Perfect. And then I'll just make sure them BP screws are tightened. Tighten that one. Tighten that one. I'm not over tightening these. And tighten that one. Okay. So with that in place, we need to put this panel in place. So I'm just going to bend these wires a little bit on the LEDs. And this panel is just going to go into there, like so. Now I need to be cautious of this lead here. Okay. Because it wants that one going to there. Yeah. Just like that. Just making sure keep these wires nice and tidy as I go along. I've got one over that's going over there and I don't want that to happen. Okay, so that is in there like so. And then it wants us to get this panel next. And we're to fit this over it. Okay, that's gone in pretty smoothly. It does say that there is sort of a pin on this side just here where my screwdriver is pointing to make sure that goes into place, which it has. Everything seems to be nicely lined up. I'm a bit cautious about the battery box is now going into there. I'm not best happy about that because I cannot access that. So why have they got that going into there? So right, let's correct this. So let's just take this off and let's have a look. So the battery box is going in to here, but I don't like the idea of that wire being where it is. So can I pull this out. Better tweezers for that. Not easy. Right, hold on. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the battery box wire through like that, and then back into the socket. That's going to give me better access. I always like to share these things as I'm going along, just in case you're having the same problem. Okay, so we can get this back in place now. Should go back in fairly easy. Everything's still in place. Let me just double check, make sure no wires are going to be trapped, which they're not. Okay. Okay, that seems pretty in. Let's just check. So everything is lighting up, so I'm happy with that. So now we can screw this down, and that is getting screwed down with 3 FM screws. So let me get my oil at the ready. It's nice to be working back on the saucer section. And it's nice how they're all sort of interlinked in. Okay, last screw. Okay, let's check that works. There we go. Everything, you can just sort of see that is working how it should do. Looking fantastic. Really, really impressed. I love it when we light it up and we test everything. That looks really, really brilliant. So as you can see, now we are working our way around this edge, and we'll be working our way around that side as well, all the way until probably the end of the build when we get to the back here, and then we get the bits that go over there. But I'm really impressed with that. That looks absolutely superb. Really, really superb. So yeah, so that is issue or stage 65 complete. Well guys, that's it for stage 65 of the Enterprise D. That was quite therapeutic actually. Really nice and smoothly went together. No problems at all actually. Yeah, must be getting used to it. The wires were perfect. But I am so glad now that PCB board 1 is full. We don't have any more connections by the look of it that can possibly go on that PCB board, which is great because it's really hard to get to. And that battery wire as well, where the battery is coming into, I can see that possibly being a bit of a problem later on, to be honest with you, the way it's coming in. But it is what it is, and there's nothing really we can do about it at the moment until they tell us to move it. Which I'm hoping they do soon, because that is going to be really a problem to get to when we need to remove it. So yeah, fingers crossed. Anyway guys, if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, stay safe and bye for now.